Ciao everybody, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Julian Gennady, and today I will be doing a match reaction to match day 25, Juventus Atalanta at the Juve Stadium. We drew 1-1 with Atalanta, our fourth place nemesis, and I'll let you know my reaction, my instant analysis. We'll go through some game stats, we'll go through a little thing about Matthijs de Ligt, and then we'll go through ratings as voted by you guys. And we'll take a look at what Allegri had to say in the post-match presser. So stay tuned, and we'll get into it. First and foremost, where do I want to go with this first? The game itself, we were okay. We were okay. In spells, we were very okay. We were above average, but our final ball lacked every single opportunity we had to probably capitalize and make it an easy goal scoring chance and capitalize on a goal scoring chance. I thought Vlahovic wasn't the greatest today in his hold up play. He kind of, yes, there's Demiral really rough around him, sure, but Vlahovic is 6'3". You expect a lot more, you probably expect a lot better, and I'm not blaming anything on him. Like, he just needs to be better. As an attack in the entire sense, it was stagnant at times, and again, the final ball was really lacking. There was no creativity. A bunch of times, the ball was either too much in front of the end pass or behind or bobbling into them. It just wasn't in the right spot. So that needs to be cleaned up right away. And defensively, again, Ale and I spoke about this on Saturday during our preview of the game. Ruslan Malinovsky has a cannon of a shot. That can't happen. I'm sorry. It was a great goal from them, but that just can't happen. Otherwise, I thought we defended all right. There's some instances where we leave the back post unmarked, which is crazy, especially considering it's an Allegri coach team. That's nitpicking, but it's still a worrying sign. But all in all, I think for the most part, it was okay up until the final ball and some loose possession in the neutral third. So let's get to some game stats, and this is all from our partner, the SPORTENING app. You can sign up today; it's free of charge, and you can join our Bianconeri Zone community and be part of a chat. You have the option to submit your ratings of the players for the match that you watch, and it has an algorithm and it calculates what those players should be rated for that match. So as you can see, 1-1, both second half goals. They have more possession. Again, a technically well-drilled team is going to have more possession than Juventus at this stage of the season, at this stage in our existence, because Allegri likes not to counterattack per se, but he's fine with us sitting in banks of four in the defensive phase. So he'll allow those the opposition to play the ball around their back a couple times, or like 25 to 30 yards in front of goal. We had more shots on goal. We had more shots off goal. Sportiello was good, Atalanta's goalie. He made some very good saves, especially Vlahovic in the first half. He had a couple chances. The one curling, he made a nice diving save on. A couple other ones, he was very sharp throughout the whole match. So, again, another goalie doing his thing against Juventus, but we need to be more clinical still. And this is coming from the Sassuolo game, coming from the Chievo game, or not Chievo, Hellas Verona game. We just need to be more clinical in front of net. So we'll go to the next stat bar. Yellow cards, we had more. The Hattabor one for Atalanta on De Sciglio in the first half. It's like, okay, don't have to complain about it. We know what to expect. Corner kicks were 8-8. That was crazy. There were so many corner kicks that game, I felt. And I was watching the game with my buddy, and I was like, we haven't scored on many corners this year. And in the 91st minute, I was like, I felt like it was our 10th one, and I felt like we have to this is the time to do it, and we did it through Danilo. Great header. very aggressive in the box. And so he made it 1-1. And then I heard the commentator say we've only scored 3 goals off corners this year. That was our 25th match. So it's not good. And we usually don't even pump the ball into the box. We usually just play it out in a round. But we need to start getting balls in the box. We have absolute units in there and on our team physically. Attacks were 111 to 102. I don't know about that one. And then dangerous attacks were 52 or 57-52, and they have more shots blocked. That's a weird stat. I usually we're the ones that are blocking shots left, right, and center. And I remember De Ligt specifically blocking 2 shots with his head. So we'll have to review that one. But those are the stats from Sportening. Check it out. Download the app. Sign up for our. The link is in these descriptions in these videos. So go take a look. Next, we'll move on to De Ligt's heat map, and this is one of the things that differentiates Matthijs de Ligt as a 22-year-old generational center back. His heat map there, it's darker red on the left hand side as a left center back, because that's how we started, and this tells you that he wants to win the ball high up the field. He's always in a good position, and he's always willing to try and win the ball up the field, and he's very good at it. He has a very good success rate at that. It's a little bit different from what Allegri probably coaches, but that's fine. There's no worry in that, because he is so successful winning the ball up the pitch, and that helps us gain territorial advantage, and lets us potentially counterattack. So it's a telling heat map, and he was all over the place today. Like, just man of the match in my opinion for us. That is, he defensively unbelievable, great blocks again on Boga, and it'll be a shame if he does end up leaving in the summer, because you can't replace that. And then now we do our ratings as elected by the fans who signed up for Bianconeri on Sportening, the app, and you can see a lot of yellow, and Danilo got a higher rating obviously because he scored the goal and he was solid throughout. It wasn't too, he could have probably done a little bit better on Jeremy Boga, but again, Jeremy Boga was dangerous, but he was shut down. He was shut down for the most part. Front three, in my opinion, were not good. Again, there were moments where Dybala made some nice through balls to Morata, to Vlahovic and whatnot, but Vlahovic, he wasn't on it today. He could have scored a couple goals himself if he was just a bit quicker, if he was just a bit stronger. Morata, he did the dirty work again defensively, so I think he's turning into a Mandzukic, to be honest. I saw him pop up in the left back role a couple times, so I think that's slowly but surely starting already. Midfield, almost non-existent. Rabiot, he's been playing better ever since we got the 2 new players. And Locatelli was almost anonymous. He needs to play up the field, play higher up the field. And McKennie, he used McKennie today. Didn't really. He was there. He was like just another body there. He ran a bit. He ran a lot. He played through the lines. He added another dimension going forward, but the quality in the final ball is just not there. And the subs, no impact whatsoever. Moise Kean, Arthur couldn't do much. Juan Cuadrado was kind of busy on the right-hand side, and then Ake was just a little cameo. So in all, I kind of agree with these ratings. Again, De Ligt, Danilo, higher than the rest. I agree. Yeah, it was kind of a meh game. Like, if we got the final balls, and obviously we would have scored all of our, or the majority of our chances if we connected on the final balls, because there were tap-ins at some points. You're talking about a different game here. So let's see where we are now. It was super important that we should have at least done more to get 3 points. Because as you can see now, we have one game in hand, we've played one more match than Atalanta, and we're only 2 points up. So if Atalanta win their game in hand, we're back into 5th. And now our league position is not in our hands anymore. Before today's match, our league position was in our hands. And we screwed the pooch again. I think now, what's our record against the top 4? Two draws against Milan, a draw against Inter, a draw against Napoli, a draw against Atalanta, and then a loss against Atalanta, a loss against Napoli. So we're two losses and 5 draws in 7 matches against the top 4. That's not good enough, and that might be our demise for a top 4 spot. Again, there's still 13 matches to play. There's still lots of time to see what happens results-wise, for other teams. But we screwed the pooch again. It wasn't good enough. So we'll see how the season goes. It is mid-Feb. Season ends in May. Hopefully, we got to hope Atalanta slip up more, and we don't slip up. In terms of Scudetto, it's not on the table. We're too inconsistent. And Ale and we've been saying that. Almost every live we've been saying that. If you won a game like today and you're at 48, then you're sniffing around a bit, and then you're like, okay, maybe. But just the performance today, the inconsistent results, it's not our year. We're not winning the title. You got to focus all your resources on that top 4. Don't worry about what these other 3 teams above us are doing. That was a quick look at that. Now we'll go into Allegri's post-match presser. Before we do that, I gotta admit, as soon as Danilo scored the goal and the camera panned to Max Allegri and he was like smiling ear to ear, he's like, "Yeah, we did it." I was like, "Oh, that's a bad look." Almost as if he was okay with the draw. I know Justin did a watch along for the match, and apparently he didn't celebrate. He texted us in the group after. I had to go back and watch, but I was the same way. Of course, you're happy that they scored, but it's like, we should never be in this position in the first place. We should have scored 2 goals in the first 25 minutes. So, the feeling around the club, in terms of our outlook, it's like the same stuff's happening over and over again against against the better half of the league. Inconsistent. You can't score the goals when you need them. And just the performance in the final third is not good. It needs to be. And again, how you change that with 13 games left? What switch goes on? I don't know. We'll move on to his post-match, but again, I wasn't happy with his reaction to the Danilo goal. We made a lot of mistakes in the attacking phase, so many bad passes. We were in danger of conceding, and De Ligt sacrificed himself twice. That was in the first half. The second half was as good as the first. So I don't know what he means by that. Then he goes on to say the trident was good. They opened a lot of spaces for Morata and Dybala. The first chance was a good close triangle for McKennie and Dybala. The same chance had happened a little earlier. It was a good game for everyone, technically enjoyable. I don't agree. The paradox of football is that you play well and you risk losing. An important point, we wanted to win, but we knew that Atalanta is a direct competitor, and we extended our positive streak. He's trying to be so positive about the situation, but at the end of the day, that first sentence, the first part of this particular graphic, is the telling one. We made a lot of mistakes in the attacking phase, so many bad passes. That's on him and the players, but that's on him too. You got to create a style of play at least. You can see a build-up at least now. play the ball around, get the ball into Vlahovic, get the ball on the ball off the knockdown, and get Morata running in the channel, or McKennie. There's a style of play, but now in the final third and the final pass, it's horrendous at times. So we gotta fix that. And then he was asked about the Scudetto again, because he always is for some reason. It was official before that we were out. Too many points to make up. You always have to win, and it was impossible. You always have to win, and it was impossible. Okay, let's think about 4th place and try to improve our performances. That's a fair comment. Where do we need to improve? When the ball is in the box, shoot, or the last pass. You need to have the precision to turn attacks into goals. We've been saying that. We've been saying that since August. Zakaria, he played 2 games. McKennie was fine today. There were a lot of spaces to attack. He did well and played a good game. He came from big games. We need legs, and McKennie and Rabiot played a good game. I wouldn't say good. I would say that they battled hard, and McKennie put himself into decent positions as he usually does, but the final product is not there as it usually is. And Rabiot, never seen, that guy doesn't go into the box anymore. So we need goals from midfield to help out. And last but not least, how to win the Scudetto. I think at the top there's the best attack and the best defense. In the last 12 years, maybe only Sarri won without the best defense. I was talking about 2020 season, but it was a different league. For me, Inter will win it with respect to Milan and Napoli. At the moment, we are where we are. We lost points in the beginning, and maybe if we won today, we could have fun. What a guy. Vlahovic is 22 years old. He's only been at Juve for a month. He's been here for like 2 weeks. The step forward is not to get nervous if he doesn't succeed in the things he can do. When the right ball comes along, he has to pass it and score. Again, I agree. This I will agree with. Vlahovic, he's got a lot on his plate, but this is what you signed up for, buddy. Sunday was good. Last Sunday, sorry, was good. Phases of Thursday was good. Today, not so much, but that's going to happen. He's 22 years old, like Allegri points out. He's playing in a tough league to score goals. So we move on. He needs to improve, and he will eventually, because he's a good quality player, and he'll get the job done. I know he will. So to culminate everything, well, we're just going to throw up the standings again, just to show everyone where we are. To culminate everything from match day 25, the main things that stick out: poor final balls, very cautious defensively. We didn't press much again in the attack when the opposition had the ball in their half, and lack of creativity from the midfield, and no drive from the midfield. And those are taking our point again. The positives, yes, we came back and we got a point at the very end. The mentality of the team, or the grinta when you're losing, to never give up, alla fine, all that stuff, it's still there. But the quality has to improve in order for us to get places that we want to go. So we'll see. Don't forget to add the Sportening app to your phones or smart devices. Join the Bianconeri Zone chat on that app, and you can get all the scores, news, updates, anything that has to do with Juventus, and talk to us if you want. There's over 30 plus members already. Talk to anybody who you want. Link is in the description in this video. It's easy to sign up, and don't forget our Vlahovic jersey giveaway is on February 25th. That's upcoming soon. To enter, go to our Twitter account at bianconerizone and follow the instructions. Again, it's going to be announced during a live show, so stay tuned for that. 25th of February. And with that, follow us on Instagram, or on social media as well, on Twitter at Alejandro BZ, at Justin Saforo, at Gennady151. We have much to improve, guys, and we need it to happen ASAP in order to catch these teams. So with that, fino alla fine, Forza Juventus. Thanks for watching.